Okay, so all right, so the agenda for tonight is a little introduction to ELPAC. We do that every time, just if we have any new families joining us. And tonight we'll also be talking a little bit about Aspen. What is Aspen and how to use it. And we will have a talk about the holiday events and things you can go and see and try and during the holiday. That's also can be very helpful if there are new families joining us tonight, because you may not know things where you should go and what you should be spending your time with during the holiday break. At the end, we'll have a small group discussion about tonight's topics. If there are any questions, you can ask them. There'll be time for that. And at the end, we'll have election. We're always looking for new members to join ELPAC. So that will be an option too. And exit ticket is the final thing for tonight. And after that, we'll say good night. We're thinking about the meeting will end around 8 o'clock. You can always contact us different ways. If you have questions you forgot to ask us tonight, or if you are thinking about becoming a board member, or just anything, you can contact us. And we have an email address. You can find us on Facebook. And we also have a website. Maybe you can take a picture or a screenshot of the slide right now, so you have the information. But you can find us. You have some different options to find us. Yeah. Right now we are 4 board members. Angie is our chairperson. She's sitting in the cozy living room. And then there's me, Marie Eriksson. I'm from Denmark. And I have kids at Memorial Spalding. And Mushte joined us recently. And Sahanas also joined us recently. I don't know if they're waving. I can't see them, but Sahanas is here tonight, and Mushte might also be here somewhere. But there's always room for more board members. So if you're considering joining us, just please let us know. Always room for more people. We also have family liaisons. We have Ling Chung, and she speaks Cantonese and Mandarin. And Rebecca Matthews, she speaks Portuguese and Spanish. And Chong Li speaks Korean. And Gingo Isoba speaks Japanese. So mission and vision. What is ELPAC? ELPAC is a group of ELL parents who are here to help the integration process and making sure that all ELL families in Newton is part of a network. And we also work with the ELL directors and helping them out if we have some good ideas about programs and planning and also these meetings, what kind of topics and things that'd be good for the ELL parents, ELL families to know. So you have if you're part of the ELPAC board, you have a voice and your opinion can be heard. So it's a good idea to join if you are interested in that. You can read a lot about ELPAC and the mission, promoting communication and making sure that information is being sent out to parents and students. And we do different things. We have different jobs to do here. So if you're interested, let us know. All right. I think I will hand the mic over to Lauren, and she'll be telling us a little bit about Aspen.
Yeah, we actually have a presentation that we recorded. Teresa Carmona, who's a teacher at Lincoln Elliott and also a parent in Newton Public Schools, made a video for us that you can also access separately to learn about Aspen and using it as a parent. So Angie will play the video and we can listen to Terry, and then we'll have time to talk after the video. It's about 9 minutes long.
Hello, my name is Teresa. I'm a parent of 2 Newton students. I'm also a teacher at Lincoln Elliott Elementary School. And I'm here today to show you how to use Aspen as a parent because it can be a little confusing. So we're going to find out how to log on to Aspen, where to find it. We're going to find forms like updating the COVID test form and other reports. We're going to work on how to find your report cards and download them. You can save them. You don't have to print them. You can locate annual student update button for information as in phone numbers, address, change of email, and then discuss about student schedules and teacher contact information and how you can do that as well. All right, the best way to find, to access Aspen, you cannot just go to aspen.com. The best way to find out anything is go to newton.k12.ma.us and go to the public website. So here, where it says families, you can access it and it'll bring you announcements. You have the school calendar, if you need it there, the school hours, all kinds of information. But here we have Aspen. When you first enroll your student or students in Newton Public Schools, you will get an email with your name and a temporary password for your Aspen portal. And this gets us to Aspen. Here on the left, you have student technology and online acceptance guidelines, how to use the computer and what's expected of your student. Here's the COVID testing and participation. I will click here. So here I have to select a form. So there's a drop-down menu. We have the Chromebook loan agreement. If the children take Chromebooks home, which the high school and I believe middle school does. Here's the COVID testing, and here's another form for the high school. So we're gonna click on the COVID testing. Nothing shows up. You have to pick a student. So I'm picking one of my students. And still nothing shows up, but that's because you have to click down here next. And here's the form. It gives you all the information that nobody usually reads. You can choose to agree to it. If you want to agree and share, or you could just say, I do not agree, and you can click there. But this is what my choice is. Then you hit next. And this is done for this child, and then you hit finish, and it's done. Then if you want to do it again for the other child, you go back to the same form, pick the student. Here I'm going to click on the other one, and the whole thing starts again. You go to next, and you repeat the same idea. To find report cards, you want to go to, let's see if, usually report cards where it says published reports here will appear. After about 2 weeks or so, they remove them. I'm not sure how long, but they're there for a little while. So we can go into academics. And here I'm going to choose a child, and I'm going to go to documents. So here's a report card. You click here. If you click here, nothing happens. Here are the dates of the report card. So we click on here, downloads a report card. And here we are, the report card. So this was last year's report card. You can then go down here to this arrow and save it. And I save it to the desktop, and later I transfer it to the file I want. So also, if your child is of age and taking MCAS, here's also MCAS reports for different years. That also downloads. You can also save it, although MCAS sends you information, and you could just save it also by downloading it and then renaming it, especially if we have multiple children. All right, so that's how to find report cards. Let's see, what else we want to find. Oh, the annual student update button. So I usually, the home page, which is this one. And right here, under where it says publish reports, annual student information updates. So you could click on that. It's closed right now, but if you wanted to update your children's information, you would go here. Oh, it's not letting me. And you can update usually the information. You can find the information if you go to family too. And here's their contacts. So the people that are allowed to pick them up from school are here. And you can update all this information through the school when the annual report updating is not available. That's if you also email a teacher. Another way to do that is to go to academics. So here is where you can change the name of the child. So this is one of my children's teachers, not the actual schedule, but all the teachers, if you want to email them, are right here. It's their emails. And then if you want to email the other student, you can, through the other students' teachers, you can, they're also accessible. You just switch the names. I have not tried emailing anyone from here directly, but let's see what that looks like. So go straight to my Gmail. And there we are. Okay, so I think this is the best way to access Aspen. I hope it helps. I just realized that if you go to the main website, I forgot to mention that here you can translate your website to many languages. And I also noticed, so we can use Spanish because I can understand it. If you actually just scroll down, the Aspen website is right here in the very beginning page. You don't necessarily have to go to families. So this is good to see that it was there. All right, have yourself a good night.
Okay,
Thank
All
you
right.
to Teresa.
Yeah.
Hello. My
So-
name.
That video, it might be a little difficult to just watch, but we wanted you to know what all is available on Aspen, and then also just take some time to answer any questions that you might have about Aspen. So you can ask those questions now. If you are listening through the interpreter, you can put your question in the chat in Chinese, and we'll get your question in English and be able to answer. And like I said, this short video from Terry will be available for your reference, so you can watch it slowly and work your way through Aspen if needed. So we'll take any questions now that you might have.
No questions?
So I have a question, and there might be someone who is thinking about this. So if you can't remember your log on name or your profile name, what will you do then? If you know you find Aspen but you don't know how to get in?
That's a great question, and I'm going to call on a staff member or another parent to answer that question. Does anyone know?
What was the question, Marie? Can you say that again?
Yeah, well, I know my log on name, but if somebody here in the group, if the first time you log on, if you don't have a profile name, if you don't know how to log on, what to do then? Is there something the first time you log on? Is there something underneath the that little box, saying if you forgot your password, or if you don't have, if this is your first time logging on, what to do? Is there anything?
If you forgot your ID or not your password or ID or anything like that, you need to contact your school secretary, and they'll contact the person that's in charge of technology or all of this information, and they'll email you separately and then give you that information. I've actually had it. I forgot my password, and so I had to contact our secretary, and that's happened. So I say that from personal experience.
Yeah.
Your secretary is great.
If you don't have anything, because they don't email me back at the first step, so I didn't have any username and password. But exactly like you, I just called the secretary of the school, and she just contacted them, and they emailed me a username and password. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you ask your teacher for any of those passwords, she won't know your Aspen. The only thing that she'll probably know is your LACID account, or your LACID, the school Gmail account that's associated with your student, but it's not your Aspen account that the parents are in charge of. So those are two different things and two different accounts. So if you want to make sure about Aspen, it's better to contact the secretary, or you can, always include your teacher, but she won't know, I think, into that detail. So she's the only one that'll just know the LACID, the students' accounts. Hope that's helpful.
And Lee Yin has a question. She said, does Aspen take the function to keep the teacher's comments? I'm not sure what you mean, Lee Yin. If you want to unmute and explain.
Thank you for taking my question. I just wondering if there's any function can record for example, math teacher can give my daughter her comment regarding to this term or maybe this year. I'm not sure action of this kind of function. To keep the function keep the teacher give the comments about the student. What is good, what it should be do better, can keep the record for the student.
Are you asking if Aspen keeps those teacher comments
Yeah,
over time?
yeah.
Hmm. I'm gonna do a lifeline and ask a staff member, another parent, if they know.
Do you mean like the comments that are on the report cards, or?
Yeah, maybe report card, maybe, for example, maybe term by term stage.
So I only have an elementary student. So for my son, when he gets his fall report card and then his spring report card, there is a comment that he'll get from his homeroom teacher, and sometimes and then his ELL teacher will comment and let me know as well. But that record, like we saw in the video, you can download it and then have it for yourself. But it will also be, I think, on your child's, on that Aspen account, as long as you are a Newton Public School student. So unless you enroll out, it should be on record.
Yeah, it should be in the report card, right?
So their comments would be there.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna try to switch my screens again one more time. So if it's the other way, please let me know. Okay, hold on one second. Do you see me or the screen? If somebody will let me know. You see you all?
You see the screen?
Yeah, yes.
Everybody, or the screen?
Your screen. We see the slide deck.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So, okay. Next one is holiday things to do. It's my turn. So as the holidays are approaching, there are so many things to do and lots of pretty lights to see. So I've made a couple of slides of places that everyone can check out and maybe walk around and go see. Some of these events are very popular. So if you aren't able to get tickets this year, then maybe save it for next year, and then you'll know, you'll have it on record. So the first thing that is really nice is zoo lights. This is at Stone Zoo, which is in Stoneham, and I think they also do it at Franklin, but they just decorate the whole zoo with Christmas lights, and then they also have some of the animals out, so you can see like the bear out. We actually went a couple days ago and they had some baby animals that were out too. And this is the prices that they sell their tickets. So if you're a non-member, it's $13.95. But if you have a membership with the zoo, it's $12.95. A bonus is if you are a membership at Stone Zoo, it works for Franklin Zoo as well. So you get the two zoos for the one. So this is one. Another one is Southwick Zoo Winter Wonderland. This is a little further away, but this is more of a drive-through type. So you could stay in your car, you could stay nice and warm and enjoy all the Christmas lights. Maybe drink hot cocoa in the car. And this is the price. It's a little bit higher than last year, but I think with what's going on, everything's going up a little bit. The next one, this is close by, but these are the Boston Christmas trees. If you go into the city of Boston, they have the Christmas tree that's in Boston Commons. And then they also have Christmas trees decorated all around the city. And there's actually a scavenger hunt that you can do. I think there's like 12 different trees that's placed around the city. And a nice area to go is even at Seaport, which is right next to the water, and you could see the Christmas trees there. They have an outdoor market right now, like a winter market. So you could take the kids. The people that are skating in the screen is at the frog pond. So in the summertime, there's like water there and kids go a little like wading, is that the right word? But they play in the water. And then in wintertime, they make it so where everyone can ski. So this is a nice little thing to go see the town or go see the city, go see the city and enjoy the lights. These are some other events that are nearby and kind of far. The Gillette Stadium Magic of Lights is a drive-through. So you get to go to Gillette Stadium and you just, you pay per car and you just get to experience the lights like before, but you do it through the whole stadium. And Festival of Illumination is just like the Stone Zoo. You go to the zoo and they have, this one is more
not Christmas lights, but it's kind of like the Chinese lantern type of lighting. So it's a little bit different. So there's that aspect. And then the holiday lights at Roger Williams Zoo. This zoo is about an hour away. It's a really nice zoo. And they have it very nicely set up as well. If you wanted to if you have older kids, you might like the Six Flags holiday in the park because they can go on the rides and, it's not as babyish that some of the big kids might think. You just take them to the zoo. And then another one is the holiday stroll. This is actually a Natick Center where a couple of small shops are going to be open and they'll have a little holiday event. There'll be Santa and like hot chocolate. So there's a lot of different things that are going around town that we have. And sorry, I think a couple of slides passed. And we also have this one, the Greater Boston Celebration of Lights. This one is actually in Waltham. And this is also pay per car. You get to go and you go around about, I think it's maybe not an acre, but it's in the dark. So they kind of guide you around. They'll do like the 12 days of Christmas. There's a station you turn on and it's like has Christmas songs and you just get to experience it. And I think this is done by the Lions Club. So all the money goes to a certain organization to help them out. And this is the Festival of Trees and Snowlight. This is in our neighboring town. And they basically have all these Christmas and holiday decorations that are out. And you go in, it's pay per person. The pricing is, I had to look for as getting a ticket, so I wasn't able to fully go in. But this is just like all the Christmas trees are all individually decorated differently. There's all these little ornaments and little knickknacks that you can go and look and see. The only downfall is this is over pretty soon. So if you want to go check it out, make sure that this is one of the top to do if you like these kind of things. Another one is the Illumination Tour 2021. This is done in Somerville. So they have a couple of areas in their city, little neighborhoods that do that. The houses turn on all the Christmas lights like this, like they decorate it. And there's actually a trolley or a little bus, like shuttle bus, that people can take to go around the course where all these Christmas lights are at. So if you want to try something like that, there's another great option. And every year they add new additions. And every year there's actually a competition to see which house did the best lights. Okay. And more ideas, holiday ideas, is if you check out these websites, mommypoppins.com/Boston or bostoncentral.com. Those two sites have a lot of listings of holiday events or just events in general that are in Boston, but just in the state of Massachusetts. So if you wanted to travel out, you can always check these websites. And another great place to look is, I know some people don't do Facebook, but I feel Facebook sometimes is a great resource. So if you are part of Newton Parents, Auburndale Village, your neighboring town, or even your school Facebook, if you ask the parents, hey, what do you guys do for the holidays? Your parents will tell you a list full, because everybody here is such a community. So if you have questions, please feel free to even ask us. We'll give you ideas. And all of these will be posted on our website. And then we'll post it on our Facebook page so that you can come back to it in case some people might have missed it. So we'll have the website on later on for everybody to look at. Something I wanted to go over quickly is the gift policy. I know a lot of people probably have been receiving emails from their room parents or certain class parents about, collecting class gifts or doing individual gifts. And every class is a little different, or every group is a little different, but there are guidelines that that the Newton public school system has to follow. So I'm gonna actually put someone on the spot. I'm gonna put Carrie on the spot. She is our parent-teacher organization co-president. So she actually knows the guidelines to a T. So Carrie, would you mind telling us the guidelines a little better?
Thanks, Angie. I'd love to. And as Angie said, well, my name is Carrie Prasad. It's nice to see you all here tonight. and I am one of the PTO Council co-presidents. So Angie and I have been working together on the PTO Council, and so please, if there's any concerns that you have, if you tell them to her and speak to her about it, then she'll pass them on to the PTO Council, which is the whole citywide organization of PTOs. The gift policy, the slide that's here, the gift policy is actually based on the Massachusetts state ethics laws. So it's based on a state law, which says that in the over one school year, each teacher may accept $150 in personal gifts. So it would be, and that's all. So it would be really against the law for the teacher to accept more than that. And sometimes when people come from different states or different places, the rules are different. So we just want to make sure that everyone in our city knows what the rules are, so that they can feel comfortable following them. And if you have any questions, you can ask Angie and she'll connect you to me and we can answer more. Thanks a lot, Angie, for bringing this up.
Thank you, Carrie. I do want to mention to all the parents that oftentimes when you do a class gift, that it will mostly be your homeroom teacher and possibly their class, like assistant teacher that's there. In your emails that you get, if you are curious, you can ask your room parents or a person in charge if the gifts or if the collection goes out to specialty teachers. So art, music, PE, library, they are not often included in these class gifts. So sometimes you might want to make sure. And another group that's often not involved in this group is our ELL teachers. So if you appreciated your ELL teacher, I'm not saying to do anything, but even a thank you note just for the year, just to show appreciation, that is something that's great to do, because again, they're not part of the class gifts, because the EL teachers is a one-on-one with your child and the teacher. It's not as the whole class. So just keep those in mind. And again, like Carrie mentioned, there is a limit that the teachers are allowed to get. So within the collection, they sometimes set a budget, and sometimes if it's a little more right now, the room parents may also be collecting for the end of year. So instead of doing it then and twice, they might just do it all at once. So if you have any questions or you are unsure about what you're paying, always feel free to contact me, or to ask your room parent or whoever is sending those emails, and just contact them and ask them. Another great resource is to just connect with your PTO board, your PTO presidents, because they will be able to with open arms help you out with questions, because each school is a little bit different. So just wanted to share that out, especially because of the holidays. And our next one is, we will go into breakout rooms in just a few minutes. These breakout rooms will be divided by our elementary. We'll divide them into two groups. Elementary will be from K through 2nd, and then our next group will be elementary 3 to 5. Then we'll do middle school and then high school. We would like to have the families who are in the interpretive Chinese group to come back and join these groups if possible. We just want to make a more community and talk to one another and see if anybody has questions, even about the meeting that we've just had or any other questions. So please join the group and have fun. And we'll do it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if you are listening on the Mandarin Chinese link, please come to the Zoom. So I'll start recording again and share my screen.
Oh, I'll stop my screen then.
Oh, do you have your screen shared?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's okay if you share it then.
Okay.
See if I could get it. Whoops, hang on a second. All right. So if you did come back for the breakout rooms, you can go back for Mandarin interpretation now at that same link. You can scan the QR code, or we can put that in the chat again. I'll do that right now. All right. So tonight we want to have an election for new board members, but I'm not seeing the person who nominated themselves. Is June Wong here? Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead.
We don't see her on the list.
Okay. So if June Wong is not here, then I think it's a good opportunity, Angie and Marie and other board members, to give a little plug for joining the board. And then anyone who's here in the meeting is welcome to nominate themselves for the ELPAC board and help lead this effort. So Angie or Marie?
We have a question.
I want to suggest something. I know that we had someone in our breakout room where the name was a girl's name, and then the father spoke. So I don't know the genders of the person, but I think if we give the Chinese translation room a chance to hear what we're saying, and that may be, the person may be here, but not obviously here.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, thank you. So if you, I'm going to check on the chat too for our Chinese interpretation room. So if you are here and you're listening to the Chinese interpretation, then you can put a message in the chat where you're listening and let us know if you'd like to be a board member, or you can come and join the Zoom meeting again. And Angie or Marie, you want to say a few words about becoming a board member?
Yeah, sure. I would like to share a few things. Joining the ELPAC meetings is a way for you to be a part of a bigger network with all the ELL families here in Newton. But becoming a board member and not just joining the meetings means that you have your voice is being heard, and you can actually be a decision maker and putting together meetings and making sure that topics that you would like to share with other families will be shared, and you get to know some great people, and it's a good opportunity. It's participating in your kids' education, and is a way for you to what do you say? It has a positive what's the word? I'm from Denmark. I don't know the words. I don't know all the words. But it's a way for you to stimulate your kids and become a part of a bigger network.
Thank you, Marie. I would like to share that even if you are new to Newton Public School, if you've been here for 6 years, it does not matter. If you don't have to even be an ELL parent, you could even just a parent that had a child in the ELL program and you wanted to help is great too. Our job, or not job, but our work on being on the ELPAC board is just to make sure that the parents' voices are heard, and that our concerns, our worries, our joys is heard, because oftentimes, because of the language barrier, it's not heard very loudly. So being on the board, being a part of this council, just as a whole, like everyone here that has a child in ELL is part of ELPAC. You are a part of this council, but being on the board just helps us make sure that more voices are heard and a little bit louder. And just like Carrie, who is the PTO co-president, mentioned earlier, I am the ELPAC liaison, which means I whatever feedback that we have here, I report back to the PTO council, which is the PTO presidents of all the schools. So I make sure that our voice is heard as a school, as a district wide. So if there are concerns that, you know, that you have, even if you think that, oh, being a chairperson, that's too much. Being on board as our at-large board member, we have being a secretary. We don't have a treasurer, but just to be on the board is such great help, such great, just, you know, just to have people to help is an amazing task. And this is my second year. We were new to Newton last year, and then I just joined. And so, you know, you can do it even if you're new. So please join the board. We'd love to have you. And here's our new member, Sahara, who maybe can talk about how it's like to be a new board member.
Yeah, I'm just, I've been here for just 4 months, less than 4 months. In fact, in the US, not only in Newton. So I'm very, very new. And it's really good to be joined to the community that your child is here. Even I have many questions as a new member, new immigrant to the US. So I can say what I think, what I don't know, what I need to know. And so we can just get help and contribute as a community to everybody that are new here, have a problem in English languages for communication. So it's really good to be here. So it's good. It's really good to join the group.
Thank you. I would like to mention that if you, Leanne, is that just a raise hand or a clap? Sometimes, raise hand, yes.
Can I nominate myself to join the team?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
From the last meeting, I got the input from the ELPAC teachers. So I have a good communication with my daughter's ELL teacher, Miss Cross and Miss Myers. And they give a lot of support to my daughter and encourage to my daughters. So probably I will try to nominate myself. I can try to contribute some effort for the ELL teaching. Thank you.
Oh, wait, hold on. We can't cheer yet. We have to vote you in. But yay for the or nominating yourself. Yeah, I see you just brightened up my night. I'm so excited. I'm like, woohoo. So, Lauren, do you want to? Okay, 1 minute, please. And also, if you are hesitant to vote yourself in or to nominate somebody tonight, you can please email at our email address, email your ELL teacher, email me, wherever you need to contact us, please let us know. And if you don't want to do anything that's, you know, on Zoom, but maybe just behind the scene works, we would appreciate that too. So just let us know later on, tomorrow, January 1st, whenever.
So I think I have our form fixed. Lean, that's your correct name, right? On your Zoom.
Yeah, my name is Lee and first name is Li.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Lean, is there a position you would like in particular? You could be treasurer, secretary, at-large board member, chairperson with Angie, or you can decide later.
Yeah, I actually have no idea about the effort or maybe the job description about the board team or maybe the any positions. But what I would like to nominate myself, what I can do is try to maybe do something else I can contribute to ELPAC. For all of the teacher, all of the students who cannot speak, who is not the English first language. So probably I can do something even later part.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great. Then
Thank
we'll
you.
just have the vote, Lean, and you can when you're elected to the board, then you can learn more about the job descriptions and figure out what role you want to take. Okay.
Yeah, great.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else tonight? Let me check our Mandarin chat one more time.
I also would like to mention that this is not it with the board, but if there's maybe something that's going on or something that's like a concern or a positive note within the ELL department or ELL program at your school, if you will let us know too, because for myself, I only know the information that's at my son's school, and unless unless it's reported back or told spread out, the information is not fully known. So if you will, kind of like a not official liaison, but just a unofficial liaison. If you like to share what's going on at your school, that maybe you like your ELL teacher did this, that was really great. Please feel free to share that as well.
Yeah. And you can always email our ELL office too, or give us a call, myself or Allison Levitt. All right, so I'll share my screen. Let's see if I can get back to where we were. Make sure you're on mute. All right. So we can have a vote. So you can follow the QR code here, or we can put the link in the chat for you to follow. Angie, could you put that link in the chat for everybody? Thank you. So just hold up your phone to the QR code and you can scan it with your phone to be able to vote. And people who are on the Mandarin Chinese link can also vote. And you can click beside Li Yin's name. I'll show you what it looks like. Or if you'd like to nominate yourself, you can also add your name there. And we'll talk with you later. So we'll give a few minutes for everyone to vote. And if you are nominated, we want for you to be here for the election. So that's why we changed the ballot tonight. We need some voting music, Angie.
I was actually humming a song, but I realized I was on mute.
Me too. I was something like that. Yeah, maybe more upbeat.
Need elevator music on. They should have that as like an option when you're on Zoom calls.
I agree.
When it goes silent, the elevator music comes on. I think we'll give like another minute for everyone to go on to, or 30 seconds. I think a minute is too long. Maybe 30 seconds, and then we'll continue on with Sahar sharing our next thing after we find out if Leon is voted in.
All right, so we have 15 responses and plenty of votes for Lean out of the number of participants that are here tonight that are parents. So congratulations, Lean.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Really appreciate your trust and the recognition to myself. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We will connect with you in our board emails. So we'll reach out to you shortly.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Sahar.
Yeah. So our next meeting will be on February 3rd and 2022, of course, April 7th and June 2nd of 2022. So it's good to see you all in our next meetings. Okay, so you can contact us on Gmail, as you can see the address. We are also on Facebook as a private group, so you have to just add us and we'll just add you. And also we have a website, so you can see even these slides on the website too, for connecting with ELPAC group. And it's really important to us if you're sharing your feedbacks to us, because it's really give us a good vision for contribute and helping us to just see if it's anything we can do to make it better.
I will
Thank
share.
you too.
Thank you, Sahar. I'm going to share the exit ticket link in the chat room as well for everyone to go there if they don't want to do the QR scan. Again, we just also want to say, I think the meetings for next year, there are very exciting topics that are going to come up. We are going to have some guest speakers that are able to come up there. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but you got to come to the meeting to find out who they are. But we hope to see you all there, and I hope to see you around town, and I hope you all have a happy holiday. Don't forget to do our exit ticket and just let us know. Angie, you were wonderful. Marie, you were awesome. And everyone, or you just love seeing everybody, but just let us know just any feedback. And if you have anything that you are curious about and maybe want us to talk about, please let us know about that too, because we would love to have more ideas. Again, thank you so much for coming to the ELPAC meeting, and we hope to see you soon and have a happy, safe holiday season.
Yeah, thank you. Also, if you are on the Mandarin Chinese link, please let us know in your exit ticket how the interpretation was for you in that experience. That will be very helpful for us.
Yes,
Thank you to the Lexicate interpreter. We appreciate it.
thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Bye.